Hey, what's going on guys, Monzter here. I just want to make a video about Ark in the current state that it's kind of been going in for the last couple of months, and also want to address Wildcard and all the mistakes that they've made, and hopefully towards the end of the video they might listen to some suggestions that I have, because in all honesty, Ark is an amazing game, super fun, super competitive, but the people who run the game and own the game don't do a lot of things with it and are causing the game itself to die. Now let's go back to about 2016, I think sometime in July when I was playing official. I remember when I first got into my tribe, we knew nothing about duplicating or doing anything like that, so we actually grinded, did metal farms all the time, metal runs, and do everything else like that. Eventually, a few weeks down the line, we actually figured out how to duplicate and roll back the server. One of the things was getting a thylaco to climb sort of like a 1x1 wall. It would glitch out and then crash the server, and then you could easily duplicate all of your items. Now that duplication glitch lasted for a very long time. Then a new one would come out, maybe with another thylaco where it would jump and then land on top of an animal, which would crash the server. You even have some of the more recent ones where if you threw a plant Z at a Quetzal's head, it would crash a server. And the thing is that these duplication glitches literally ruined the old official servers, and Wildcard never actually fixed these issues for the old servers. They let these issues go on for so long that they literally had to make brand new official servers because of how bad the duplication glitches work. They were not quick to fixing the issue, and they didn't even really roll it back unless sometimes it was very major. Then if we speed up a little few months ahead, we actually have Wildcard game masters spawning in dinos on official servers. This is a very long time ago, and this is only proof for Xbox. I've heard about these rumors on PC many times before that Wildcard employees do or have spawned in dinos, such as God Rexes on PC, but I've never seen video proof of it. You guys could probably maybe find it somewhere. Anyway, when I had experience with this on Xbox, this is actually when a tribe named Hyperion, one of their members came to me after they were kicked and were like, hey, I'm going to expose these people, here's all this information, and he gave me clips of where he would literally go into their base, and inside of their base they had level like 1000 dinos, and it was insane. Of course, this didn't come from just nowhere. People didn't hack or glitch these in. A lot of people sort of try to blame this on the cloning glitch, but that never actually affected it all the way up to this sort of a level. Eventually, even people would breed these dinos and pass the eggs down with lower ones so that they would have the same overpowered stats but just be lower level dinos, so it was a lot harder to catch. Eventually, this forced Wildcard to remove that completely a few weeks after these videos were made. I'm not exactly sure what their fix was, but I believe it removed dinos with OP stats and higher than a specific level weren't allowed in the servers or games, and it killed all of them. The next thing that we gotta talk about is the constant cancellations of sort of DLCs or major changing coming features to Ark. Now, I think the first one that we can start off with is Survival of the Fittest. Survival of the Fittest is sort of like an older day Fortnite without the whole building aspect, but it is kind of completely different in many specific ways. Anyway, Survival of the Fittest was literally Ark but in Fortnite. It was like probably 30-minute games of you all spawn in a circle, you all branch out and try to get wood, get guns, get dinos, and then eventually a circle will all come into the middle and force you guys all to battle it out in the center. And it was really cool, and honestly, if they kept going with it and improved on it, they probably could have made it just as big as Fortnite, because it literally came out before Fortnite did. The next thing that you have is actually a new game mode that Ark was supposed to add in, which would have actually allowed you to play as the dino, and I was so hyped for this. But then it turns out that after months of delaying it or saying nothing about it, they actually canceled this. And then the next thing is S Plus on official servers. Now, while Wildcard was doing the stream about Aberration on October 20th, they actually began to talk about how they were going to add these things into the official servers, but they said they were going to have to look into a few things to balance some things out for the PvP servers.
But Jan was mentioning earlier, and there's something very exciting. So the next official mod, official sponsored mod, no, official mod, yeah, for Ark, it's a bit different. So typically when we make a mod official, we add it as an option in the game, you know, like
a different game mode type thing.
You switch to Primitive Plus, you get to load up the Ragnarok map, you get to load up the Center map. Now we'll be incorporating Structures Plus into the base game. So we're going to be taking a look at it, because I know there are some features that people have spoken about, like, hey, you guys can't put that in PvP because it's too powerful. So we kind of pick and choosing what we want to bring in and seeing like what will work for the way we want Ark to be and how our official subs are run.
But the thing is that this has almost been a year since it's been talked about, and it specifically said it was coming to Xbox, and it never did. We haven't heard a single thing about it. We haven't heard if it's been delayed, canceled, or what's happening with it, and they haven't mentioned a word. Now, another thing I sort of found a little bit crazy was this actual page on the Ark Gamepedia, and it's called Upcoming Features. Now, I'll leave a link down below in the description so that you guys can check this out. There are a lot of different, very cool and good ideas in this upcoming features that were never executed and were definitely added in months to years ago. One of these, under the game mechanics, is naming items. Something simple, very small, but just still was never added in. Carrying weapon and torches together, so sort of dual wielding. Tribe leveling, alliance ranking / privileges. Wow, that would probably stop so many tribes from being insided. Localized injuries and bleeding, that would add a completely different PvP system into the game. Hold breath while in scope function, wow, that would reduce all of the weapon sway. Ability to stop babies from growing, I don't know why you want that, but that sounds pretty cool. Craft from remote inventories, i.e. using resources of storage box directly instead of transferring them first. Wow, that would be very convenient. And auto flight / run key, that is amazing and definitely needed. I mean, there's a whole lot. There's probably at least 100 on this actual list, and you guys can go check them out for yourself. They're very cool and would be dope to see in game. But of course, none of these have actually been executed on, so we probably will never even see them. Maybe sometime when Ark 2 comes out. Now, we also gotta talk about those constant delays for the DLCs and the updates. Now, do you guys remember when RAG actually came out for Xbox One? I know, it's probably hard to remember which the exact date was because it was delayed 3 times at least. Yes, that's literally what happened. Wildcard actually delayed RAG 3 times. Originally, it was supposed to launch early July. It didn't actually end up coming to Xbox until August 29th. There were so many delays from Xbox. Even in the most recent update, PS4's update still was delayed by quite some time. So these constant delays on updates should still be expected. They always do it even though that their game is finished. And probably the most craziest delay that they've ever done is when they actually delayed their official game release. Keep in mind that nothing actually really changed before the official game was released and to after it was actually released. But yes, they actually delayed the day that they were going to release their game. Also, I just want to have a little bit of a quick 2018 recap of what Wildcard did with Ark this year. I don't believe there have been any new dinos added into the game, apart from maybe 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly which dinos those were, but I feel like they did at least add 1. That's not counting the reskinned Parasaur, Rex, Raptor, and all them, because those are bullshit. The next thing that they did is they had this timer counting down to a special time and day, and we all thought something crazy was going to happen that day. Nothing crazy actually happened, and all they did was give us a reskinned Parasaur. They did this for many weeks going forward, with a Rex, a Tech Parasaur, a Tech Raptor, and they also added in a few clothing items. After that, they didn't patch any of the mesh spots for almost an entire year, and the last mesh update being just the most recent update, and that was probably the first one the entire year. Now, one of the things that I might not all agree on with you guys is that they added in a brand new game mode, but it's literally official with a 25 tribe member limit. That's all that it is. It's nothing different. The rates aren't that much higher, if any higher at all. And realistically, when are you going to have 25 people all on at once? All you have to do is kick one person and invite them, and that's all that it is. Finally, for the 2018 recap so far, but it could definitely get worse going further in, they admin wiped and banned a YouTuber for building on a glitch spot in app. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about, you guys are probably thinking that this person was built under the mesh. No. He was not even built in the mesh. He was built close to a sky barrier above the heat wave on aberration so his base wouldn't get destroyed. Somewhere where you would actually think was allowed to be built on.
You may be asking, were you meshing? Were you DDoSing people? What were you doing to get dev wiped? Teaming? No, but I want to show you the lowest area and the full spot that you can go to. This obviously isn't fixed. They probably won't fix it because they don't know how to fix things. in the game. They just kind of react when they have to. So what they have is this like barrier that you can, you get burned when you're on the surface. Well, it doesn't go even this high. So you can build as low as here on this fertile lake surface entrance. So basically there's tons of places on this surface that you can build.
And of course, what did Wildcard do for one of their biggest entertainers in the whole PvP community? They admin wiped everything that he had, and I believe he was also banned as well. Now, what do we take from this? Is Ark actually dying, or are people just really getting frustrated with it? The truth is that Ark in the last 3 months has dropped over 15,000 players. Now, of course, this is very easy to explain. If you guys don't realize, June and July were only a few months ago when kids would get out of school. Now, of course, when kids don't have school, they're going to be playing video games a lot. A lot more of them are going to be allowed to play video games, and they're going to be playing for a lot longer. So of course, Ark is one of the most perfect games to play when you're finally done from school and can play all the time. So from June and July, they got tons of people. Actually in June, they got over 10,000 people in just that month, and then also grew another 3,000 in July. Now once August came, they lost 12,000 people. In September, they lost another 4,000. And in the last 30 days, they've lost about 161 so far. Now, if we look back in 2017 around this time, the peak players for this month was 78,000 people. This month's peak was only 49,000 people, coming in at about less than 30,000 people. Also, back then we were averaging about 43,000 people, and this year we're averaging about 28,000. Now if we look at October stats, and to be honest, we're only in October 2nd, but we're still in the month of October. Last year our peak players was 68,000. This year it is 49,000 so far. So that's the thing, guys. Is Ark dying? Yes, it is actually legitimately dying on PC currently, because it does even have less people than it did last year at this time. And that's very unfortunate, because I really do enjoy playing Ark. I feel like this game honestly has so much potential, but the thing that's actually ruining it is Wildcard. They don't know how to handle their public relations, and they really don't know how to keep a game going. They have a very great concept, which is Ark, but what they need to do is they need to pass this along to some other gaming studio. Maybe even let Epic buy this. If Epic bought this, they would probably be pumping out a new skin every day and be making millions off this, but at least we would have content and bug fixes every few weeks. Wildcard hasn't seen new content in months and almost a year. Anyway guys, I'm just very frustrated with Wildcard and how bad they're really treating their game called Ark. You guys gotta give me your opinions down below, because I would love to hear what you guys actually think about Ark. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys tired of it? Do you agree with some of the points that are brought up, that they don't know how to handle their public relations? Or do you guys disagree with what I'm saying? Tell me in the comment section down below, because I would really like to know what you guys hear. If you guys do agree with me, before you guys leave though, make sure you guys smash the like button, or even if you guys learned anything new about Wildcard or enjoy the video, make sure you guys smash the like button. Also, if you guys are new around here and you guys want to see some more Ark videos, hopefully make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Anyway guys, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.